Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to thread the entire machine. We've already wound our bobbins, now we're ready to thread the whole machine. We're going to first start with the upper threading only, and I'm going to put my spool of thread onto my spool pin. Making sure to follow the diagram on the machine, you can kind of see where the thread goes behind the spool of thread. We're going to do that as well. I'm going to continue over, and before we follow this diagram for the bobbin, this time we're going to follow the diagram for the threading the machine. So I'm going to follow this diagram. So I'm going to come around the back of the thread guide, just get the thread back in just like the picture, and then I'm going to bring the thread down what I call opening 1. This is opening 1, this is opening 2. So we first go down opening 1. I'm going to come all the way around the thread tension dial and go up opening 2. And when I'm going up opening 2, I'm going to stay along the side of the opening. So I'm going to hug kind of that wall, and I'm going to bring it around. And if your take-up lever is not in the highest position, you do need to adjust that with the hand wheel and get that in the highest position, because what we're going to do is we're going to go around the right and bring it around the left. And the goal is to get it inside. You want to just zoom way, we want to try to get it into, there's this little hole right in here, and the thread needs to be in that little hole. We're then going to go down opening 2, and we're going to come all the way down to this little ledge down here. And I don't even know what this exact term is, but this little ledge, we're going to bring the thread around the front of the ledge and kind of slide it in there. So I'll do that one more time. I'm going to bring it around that little ledge and the front. I didn't go around the bolt, I didn't go around anything else, I just went through this little ledge. Last part to thread the upper thread is to thread the actual needle itself. And we're just going to go through the front of the needle. If it's being stubborn, just try to go lick it a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to go through the front of the needle, and I'm going to hold the thread. I'm going to hold the thread the entire way so that it doesn't get tangled all the way to the needle. That is the upper threading of the machine. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to thread the lower portion of the machine. I need to remove the accessory storage, and I'm going to need to open up the little door to the accessory storage. I'm probably going to want to come maybe straight on. And I'm going to need two things. I'm going to need a wound bobbin, and I'm going to need what is called a bobbin case. The bobbin has to go into the bobbin case, and the first thing you need to do is you need to make a P with your bobbin. So it should look kind of like a P with the top of the P here and then the tail right here. It should look like a P when it's facing you. That I'm going to then drop into the bobbin case. So just put it in the bobbin case. And then I'm going to look for the little opening on the side. So there's the little opening. That is where I'm going to bring my thread through. And I'm going to pull it all the way through until it clicks. We'll see if we can hear it. So it clicks into place and it just hangs out right there. Once you have your thread in that place, you are then going to put it into the machine. And there's a little opening in the machine right here, and that is what matches up with this little bar on the bobbin case. So I'm going to line that up with the bobbin case and that little bar, and then I'm going to pop it in. We'll listen for it to pop. Once it pops in, that is the bottom part of the machine, to thread the bottom part of the machine. Now we got to bring everything together. So holding the upper thread in my left hand, I'm going to hold that in my left hand. I'm just going to let this lower thread hang out here. And I'm going to take my hand, put it on the hand wheel, and I'm going to bring the hand wheel down and up one time. And it hopefully will grab my lower thread. So see if you can watch when it actually grabs it. So down and up. One full rotation, and you could start to see the thread pulling it. Now I'm just going to lightly pull on my upper thread, and there is my loop. This is the loop from the bottom thread. And I'm just going to pull that through until it's one continuous thread. And now you should have two threads coming on top of your machine. 1, 2. Lower thread, upper thread. You're going to just take both of these and tuck them underneath your presser foot. Close up the little door. Put your accessory storage back on, check your settings, and you would be all set to sew.